How's it going, everybody? BobaTalks here, and today I'm here to bring you a very quick video just talking about that whole Last Jedi trailer footage that was seen by a reporter in LA. Basically, if you haven't heard the news, Disney held this shareholders meeting where they basically showed the trailer that we're going to see at Star Wars Celebration, and this reporter Daniel Miller basically went along and tweeted out some of his thoughts and what we actually saw in the trailer, and there's some quite interesting things to note. So the reason why they showed this trailer to the shareholders is because, well, they're shareholders and they want to show them what they're doing, so that kind of makes sense, obviously. And it's really cool that this reporter went along and, he tweeted all this stuff out. But if you don't want absolutely anything spoiled, guys, from the trailer, and you're not even going to watch the trailer, then I suggest that you do not watch this video, as I will be talking lightly about what we actually heard from the reporter. So what we do learn from the trailer is that we get to hear what Luke's first words are to Rey, and I'll let you know that through reading out these tweets. So Daniel Miller says, Star Wars The Last Jedi clip is being screened, but it's a joke, sort of. We just got a few seconds of Rey handing Luke a lightsaber. And then he goes on to say, we just saw more Star Wars The Last Jedi footage. In it, Luke asks Rey, who are you? Then we see her deftly handle a lightsaber. So how interesting is that? Now, I think a lot of people are going crazy about these theories. Everybody beforehand thought Luke Skywalker knew exactly who Rey is, especially based from the Force Awakens script. The way that's described from the top of my head is that basically Luke knows already in his head, when he's giving her that look at the end of the Force Awakens, who she is. Yet this kind of contradicts that in this trailer through him saying, who are you? Now, my personal thoughts is that he kind of does know who Rey is, but it's not like 100% confirmed in his mind. So when she approaches him at the end of that scene and he's got his suspicions, sometimes we ask things that we already kind of suspect. He asks, who are you? I think that is the most likely option rather than him having absolutely no idea who she is. So I think it does still go along with the Force Awakens script by what he was feeling at the end, looking at her with kind-hearted eyes, but yet this torturous feeling inside, sort of knowing who she is. I think that he basically does know who she is, but he probably may have not seen her before, or if not, maybe not even seen her in many years. Who knows? But also what we have to remember is that trailers don't also completely paint out the full picture. So my personal thoughts, I think he does 90% or 80% know who Rey is, but as I said, sometimes we ask things we probably already feel like we know we have the answer to, and that is what he does. But this within itself as well, I really don't feel like Rey is a Skywalker. I think, and I agree with a lot of people with what they're making with videos just like this one, that she is either a Kenobi or, dare I say it, of the Sidious bloodline, whether that be through cloning rather than, him having some sort of romantic relationship in all those years he was ruling. I'm personally really hoping like the granddaughter of, Obi-Wan or something like that. I know there's a lot of blanks to be filled in with this, but this is just my speculation, but I'd love to know what you thought in the comments below. But he did mention more as to what we're going to see in the trailer, so I'll read that out. More on the Last Jedi clip, we saw a shot of an X-Wing wobbling mid-air under attack inside a giant ship. Looked like a wounded bird. Now this is really interesting, and this X-Wing could be anybody, but I really am hoping that it is Poe, and that it is likely Poe. The fact that this X-Wing is in a giant ship, I think Poe would be the one to do that, but at the same time this could be some coordinated attack that they're doing on the First Order inside this giant ship, and it could be just one of the X-Wings going off like a wounded bird, as he said. But I'm personally hoping that it is our Poe Dameron and he's going on some badass mission or somehow found himself in this giant ship. He also goes on to say one last thing on the Last Jedi footage. We saw all sorts of settings, mountains, oceans, forests, deserts, look suitably epic and exotic. This isn't really surprising because everything that he noted there we've all seen in Star Wars before. These are all very iconic Star Wars locations, mountains, oceans, forests, like Endor, deserts like Jakku or Tatooine. He also mentions how the Last Jedi footage trailer showed Chewbacca and General Leia Organa and Finn. And then a lot of people went on to ask him about, Leia Organa, and he goes on to clarify that Organa was on screen for just a second in a military garb and didn't speak. So that is all the news, guys. That is all we've got from this early sort of shareholders screening for them. I'm personally really excited to see the trailer. I was anyway, but now the fact we got a little bit of a tease, I actually really like hearing information information like this, for me it doesn't spoil too much. If anything, it just makes me more excited, and it builds on the hype and speculation that we're all feeling about this film. But anyway guys, let me know what you thought. What did you think Luke Skywalker meant by "who are you"? Do you agree with my thoughts? Do you think that he probably does know who she is and he was just sort of saying it not so much for the sake of it, but just wanting her to like sort of speak to him and perhaps confirm his own thoughts? Either way guys, let me know if you enjoyed this video by leaving a like on it, as it really does show your support. And if you aren't subscribed already, maybe even consider subscribing to stay up to date with all Star Wars The Last Jedi information just like this. But that is all from this video today guys. I hope you enjoyed it and thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.